United should be dictating the game. They should not be sitting back, waiting and defending, and then trying to play a counter-attack game at Old Trafford. This is Old Trafford. It should be a fortress for United, not the other way around. Teams come here and they're not scared of United. They're playing us on our own pitch and they're doing us over, and that's unacceptable, and that needs to change, and these players need to pull their fingers out and actually build some confidence. And what a game last night. The torment us United fans have to go through right now. Oh my god, it's unbearable. Seriously. In today's show, we'll of course go through the game last night. We'll take a look at the good, the bad, and the ugly. And trust me, there's lots and lots to unpack in yesterday's game. Then we've got some breaking news on the Garnacho transfer. Napoli is reported to have put in a second improved offer for Garnacho. Will United accept this? And what's going on with Marcus Rashford? Apparently, he's declined a move to AC Milan and doesn't even want Dortmund. There is only one club he wants to join and is currently in talks with this club, and we will be revealing what club that is. So make sure you stick around to find out all of this great news coming your way. Make sure you hit the like button on this video, and if you're not a subscriber to the Man United Stream channel, what are you waiting for? We are one of the fastest growing Man United fan channels out there, so hit that subscribe button so you can keep up to date with all the latest Manchester United news and more from one single daily dose. So let's sit down and take a look at yesterday's game. 3-1 does not tell you half of the story. Seriously, actually most of the story. Until 80 minutes had gone by, United looked like a team that was not even in the Premier League. Seriously, Southampton played us off the park. The whole of Old Trafford was completely just silent and just bewildered. We were just sat there. I mean, I was sat there looking around at the fans thinking, how am I going to do a video tomorrow about this? How am I going to do a reaction video to United losing against Southampton when we were coming into this game and we were walking into Old Trafford thinking, okay, I'd be happy with 4-0. Someone else was saying 5-0. Someone saying, well, we could even put 10 past them. We could put 10 past this Southampton team. That's how bad they were. That's how bad they are. But yet we made them look like prime Barcelona or something. That's how much they were better than us. They were so better than us. Oh my god, I was sat there thinking, oh, is this Southampton? I have to check it again. Are we playing Southampton or somebody else? Because they played us off the park, literally. I mean, we were struggling with everything. Everything they were doing, we were struggling with. And defensively, we were really poor. In the midfield, of course, we were lost. And, well, Rasmus Højlund up front does not do anything for United. He can't even hold the ball up, and that is a huge problem that we need to discuss. But let's first look at the good, okay? Let's look at the positives in yesterday's game. And, of course, the number one name that comes up on your list is Amad Diallo. Without this guy this season, I don't know where United would be, and we've heard that from many people, but because that's true. It is true. Without Diallo's goals this season, United would not be in the position they're in right now. He saved our skin so many times, and in yesterday's game, he came up trumps. He was the only guy willing to do something with the ball. Every time he got the ball, you could see he was desperate to run with the ball, attack, and just try and create something. And finally, after 80 minutes of trying, he got his reward for that. I mean, it was a lucky break. It was a lucky break. It was just ricocheted to him in his path, but he still had to finish it, still had to be composed. And one thing you have to give Amad Diallo, he is composed in front of goal when it comes to creating a chance, but when he gets that chance, he is a different animal. He finishes, and he finishes clinically, and that is really good. And then, of course, his second goal as well, that ball from Eriksen, what a beauty that was. And then the lucky break he got for his hat-trick, but again, this is what I mean. We need strikers, we need forward players who are risking things, doing things, and that's what Diallo did. Can you imagine Højlund? He would never have done that. He would never have closed down and anticipated maybe the defender making an error. But Amad does that, puts the pressure on the defence, puts the pressure on the goalkeeper, and that's what creates chances. This is what we need to be doing more of, and Rasmus Højlund needs to learn a lot more from the likes of Amad Diallo, another player that I have have to mention is Joshua Zirkzee. Now, I've been a huge critic of Joshua Zirkzee. Since he's joined United, I've not been happy with him. I've been calling him the new Romelu Lukaku. I've been calling him all sorts of names, but I take all of that back. Yesterday, I watched very carefully what Zirkzee brought to the team. And what he brought to the team was absolute brilliance. The way he controlled the ball, he just holds it up brilliantly. And then his passing, his ability to get the ball, bring it, put it down, and then turn around and pass it, distribute the ball, and then even offer us a channel, an outlet. Rasmus does not do that, and that is a huge problem. And I think Zirkzee should be starting over Rasmus Højlund. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of Zirkzee's performance, because we all know Ahmad is firing, but we have to then look around and see who else could be in that position to play alongside him. And Højlund is not that guy right now, unfortunately. Yes, he's done well, he's got goals, but he isn't giving a total performance, for me anyway, on the pitch. I don't think he's offering much to United. He's not giving us that outlet that we need, but he's not doing anything else in terms of build-up play either. So he doesn't offer much to United. And another player that, again, I've been critical of was Andre Onana, but yesterday he had a brilliant game. I think his saves kept us in the game, or else I think Southampton could have been 2-3-0 up and the game would have been over. United would not have fought back from that, and it would have just been a disastrous game and result for United. Let's focus on the ugly, because there was lots of ugly in this game. I mean, it was just the players. What was wrong with them? What was wrong with these players? I was shocked that this same team played the way they did against Liverpool and then against Arsenal. Now, post-match, we heard the manager, Ruben Amorim, come out and say they were tired, and I accept some of that, okay? I said 20% they were tired, but the rest of them, no. That's not good enough. That's not a good enough excuse for them to be tired. Other teams have been playing just as much football. Arsenal have been, Liverpool have been, even Southampton have been. So, look, we cannot accept that as an excuse. I don't accept that excuse, and I do not want other Man United fans to sit there and think, yeah, United were tired, this was a one-off game. Look, Ruben Amorim is protecting his players, but I'm sure deep down even he knows that was an awful performance and something needs to give. Some of these players really need to pull their fingers out, and I think he's insinuated something like there's a lot more pressure at Old Trafford. The players get more nervous with the fans on their back, so why not? Why not? They should be on top from the kickoff till the end of the game. United should be dictating the game. They should not be sitting back, waiting and defending, and then trying to play a counter-attack game at Old Trafford. This is Old Trafford. It should be a fortress for United, not the other way around. Teams come here and they're not scared of United. They're playing us on our own pitch and they're doing us over, and that's unacceptable, and that needs to change. And these players need to pull their fingers out and actually build some confidence and say, right, we're going to go out there and destroy every team that turns up to Old Trafford. Do not let them play football at Old Trafford. Now, look, I can't just mention one player here either that was bad. I think every single one of these players that played yesterday was awful. Even Amad Diallo had a really poor first half. Everyone could have been taken off at the half time. But look, there was some changes made. Manu got taken off, rightly so. He looked a bit lost. He looked tired, in fact. And he was one of those players that I did look at and think, actually, he genuinely looks tired. I think the other players were just poor, but he was genuinely tired. Lenny Euro got, a rude awakening in defence. But look, that's brilliant. He has to learn. He has to learn that he's going to come up against players like Soleimani, and they will try it on. And he has to become a better defender. And it was a harsh reality for him, but again, I think he did all right. I think he did all right. I think he would have been best suited if Mazraoui was playing on that side with him instead of Diallo, and Diallo playing further up. I would have done that. I personally would have moved Mazraoui back to the right-back position to help out Lenny Euro against Soleimani, but we even saw that Mazraoui struggled in the left-back position. I mean, we actually missed Dalot. That's crazy, isn't it? I mean, look, we need an out-and-out top left back. There's lots of left backs out there. We just need to go out and get them. And this is the biggest problem. United, I saw yesterday, we need options. We need a better team overall. These players can't play this tactic. There's lots of players in this team that can't play this formation and play the way Ruben Amorim wants them to play. And I'm sure Ruben Amorim, if he had a choice, he would ship out quite a few of these players and bring in replacements. But he knows he can't do that. His hands are tied, money is tight, Ineos are tight, and we're not going to buy anybody unless we sell somebody. But on a serious note, look, I could sit here all day breaking apart and analysing yesterday's game and telling you how bad United were, but let's not focus on the negatives. We're a positive type of channel, so let's focus on the positives, and that was we got the win 3-1. Amad Diallo got Hatrick, so well done to him, and well done to United just getting through it. Look, I'm just happy that we got the 3 points and we got saved from a huge embarrassment. Can you imagine everyone, all the rival fans getting on our back saying, well, look, you were brilliant playing against Liverpool and Arsenal, and then look what Southampton did to you at Old Trafford. So look, he saved our blushes, and I was just thanking God, thinking, right, thank God we have saved face. It wasn't a good game, but we can walk away and say, look, yeah, things need to improve, but we need to stop this type of performance. That's all I care about right now. Now, one player that I was particularly looking at last night at Old Trafford was Garnacho. I was watching him very carefully on and off the ball to see what he was like. Just given the fact that we had Napoli interested in him, Napoli, of course, want Garnacho, and I was thinking, do we sell him? Do we not? Do we sell him? Do we not? I was in favour of selling him yesterday when I did the show, and I was like, look, we should cash out on him. I don't know whether he'll reach his potential or not. So right now, let's just sell him and see what he's like. Maybe even put a clause in the contract saying that we get a first option to buy him back. You've got to be clever. You've got to be think out of the box with these kind of things. But I watched him and I realised one thing. I realised that he's actually never really going to fit into Amorim's tactical setup. He's not going to fit into that. He's not going to fit into this formation. He's not that kind of player for us. And just sell him. Just sell him. Just if we get a decent offer, if Napoli go anywhere near 60 to 70 million for Garnacho, I'm going to make a controversial comment and say we need to sell him. Sell him, get the money in, and go out there and improve this team, because we need improvements. And there's no point in holding on to Garnacho and then putting him on the bench and not having him play for this first team. It's just a waste for him and for us, right? Okay, let me know in the comments below what you think about this whole Garnacho deal. Do you want him to be sold or not? And if not, why not? Do you think he has something to offer this United team? What was his performance like yesterday? Do you think he played well? I don't think he played well at all. And he's not been playing a lot of football recently, so he shouldn't have any excuse of being tired. He should have been actually running around and causing havoc in that Southampton defence, and he did not do anything yesterday. I personally think he doesn't suit the formation, the tactics, what he's been asked to do doesn't suit him, and I think United need to sell him. That's what I think. Hopefully you guys agree. I think if Napoli are making the offer and want him, just please, United, sell him, okay? Let's get thinking with our heads. Let's not think with our hearts. Yes, United is not a selling club, and yes, historically, we've held on to young players, but that was historically. Right now, the way the Glazers have ran this club, we're up shit's creek, and we need to sort ourselves out, and to get out of this trouble, we need to start selling players. If you look at the likes of City, the likes of Chelsea, they've sold their young talent as well. I mean, City sold Cole Palmer to Chelsea. Because of the financial fair play rules, we have to balance our books, and that's where these young players, when they're sold, they give you clear profit, and that's why we need to start doing what City have done and what Chelsea have done and other big clubs around Europe are doing, where they have to sell one or two of the academy players to go out there and then go and buy players that they really need to. Look, again, it's a controversial comment. I know it's a controversial subject, but let me know what you think. Now, moving away from Garnacho, another player that's caused a lot of controversy is Marcus Rashford. Yesterday, he was apparently at Old Trafford. Didn't see him, but he was there somewhere, lingering around. Obviously not on the bench and not on the pitch, and not even up in the stands. So he was somewhere there. And, well, look, this guy apparently has refused to move to AC Milan, refused to move to Borussia Dortmund, and wants to move to one club and one club only, and that is his dream move to Barcelona, a club that he loves, apparently, and he wants to play for him. Well, Barcelona, first thing, haven't got the finance to bring on someone like that. They are already struggled to register players. Will he even get into the bloody team? Will he even get into the Barcelona team? Right now, on his form, he's not going to walk into that team. Not at all. He'll be lucky if he gets 1 or 2 games in that team. So why does he want to play? Well, I think it's all Marcus Rashford and his ego. That's what I think anyway. Look, I don't have anything against Marcus Rashford, the person, okay? But the player, I do. I'm upset. I'm upset that this guy didn't work hard enough. And why he thinks he can go to another club and turn it on and off, I have no idea. I don't think he will. Look, and the other teams, other clubs that are watching Marcus Rashford, they will know that he's got this issue. He's got this issue that if things don't work out for him, he could just down his tools and just give up. And that's what he's done at United, his boyhood club. It's really upsetting. It's really upsetting seeing a homegrown talent like Marcus Rashford, who was on the pinnacle of such greatness. Such greatness. He could have been a top player, but he's just downed his tools and has given up. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on in his head, and I don't know what the people around him are telling him, but clearly it's not good. It's not good, because if I was his agent, if I was his brother, I was his family, I would sit him down and say, look, are you silly? You could be a legend of this club. See your contract out. See how things go. Work hard. Come on. Look around you. Look at the players that have been successful at United. They have been successful because they put in the work and the hard work to become successful. So why not you do that? But clearly Marcus Rashford doesn't want to work hard enough, and he apparently has no rush to leave United either. And that's not a good situation either. So he's been offered offers from AC Milan, Dortmund, and even Barcelona might table something to him. But he's not in a rush to accept anything, because why would he? He's on a 300k plus salary, and he might as well see out his contract. That's what he's thinking. And the people I blame is the people at United, the people who are drafting these contracts or working these contracts out and negotiating his contracts. They need to be all fired. The legal department or whoever it is who deals with the contracts at United need to be fired, because they are the ones who've screwed United over. Why you wouldn't put in their clauses into the contract to suit these kind of situations where the player stops playing? United should be able to terminate their contracts. And when players go out there on social media and post rubbish about the club or about the manager, why isn't there something in the contract that stops them doing that? Completely stupid. It's completely stupid. It's so obvious that you should be putting these things in the contracts to stop them doing this. Stop players from posting on social media, especially something that might bring the club in disrepute. And if you're talking against the manager, of course that's a huge issue. Anyway, guys, that is it for today's show. Make sure you hit the like button on this video. Make sure you subscribe. You watching the Man United Stream channel by the fans for the fans.